I know I should answer the question that is on very many of your minds, and that is, how did a nice Republican girl from Park Ridge go wrong? I mean, this is one of the great unanswered questions that we have to address. And I have to tell you, it started right here. And the reason it did is because in 1964, during the presidential election of that year, I had the absolutely best teachers for what we used to then call, I think, civics and democracy or government and democracy. Each was a semester course. And they decided they were going to have a mock election. And that we were really going to go all out. We were going to have debates. We were going to have the whole panoply of activities around a mock election. At that time, as Ken Reese has told every reporter in America who has called to ask him, and I understand he runs a one-man information bureau about me, I was a Goldwater girl. I mean, really, we used to wear, you know, little banners which said Goldwater girl. So my social studies teachers struck upon this great idea, since I was vocally a Republican and for Senator Goldwater, and one of my very best friends, a woman named Ellen Press, was one of the few Democrats in the whole school, vocally for Lyndon Johnson. Our social studies teacher said, well, we're going to have a debate, but here's what we're going to do. Hillary, you're going to be Lyndon Johnson. Ellen, you're going to be Barry Goldwater. Both of us went ballistic. I said, I can't do that. They said, oh, yes, you will. And you will now go to the library and you will now read about the other side of everything that you have refused to look at for your entire life. And made Ellen do the very same thing. We, with our teeth gritted, then engaged in a mock debate. It was the beginning of what an education should do. People will end up in different ways, but at least we were forced to actually examine deeply what we believed. We were forced to read opinions that were not the ones that we had already formed. So after leaving Maine South, I went to Wellesley, still a Republican, but a different kind of attitude and a different sort of inquiry about what it was I believed. And then gradually over time in college and law school, I evolved my own political beliefs, which frankly are in some ways neither easily defined. They're not dogmatically Republican, dogmatically Democrat, easily defined as liberal or conservative, because again, I believe that thanks to my parents and my teachers, I was always asked those hard questions. Why do you believe this? What's the point? What's the basis? And that's the attitude I still take into our political activities today.